What's up, fight fans? It's your boy, Donkey Bunch from MMA PKS, and today we'll be breaking down UFC Fight Night 81 Dillashaw versus Cruz. Takes place January 17, 2016 in the TD Gardens in Boston. Now, I'm just going to go over the card in general, give out my general predictions. If you want some more insight, in-depth predictions, then you're going to have to get off your ass, stop being so fucking lazy, and go through my channel and find out what I think. So, just to go from top to bottom, we'll start off, or actually let's go in reverse order. In some of these fights, I just don't give a fuck, so we're going to skip on over those. First one that I actually kind of care about is Jimmy Hedis versus Charlie Rosa. In this fight, I'm going to go ahead and take Jimmy Hedis. If you want to find out more, like I said, stay tuned, click on that video on the channel, and I'll give more in-depth as to why I think he will win. Moving along on the card, the next one we're talking about is Darren Krumshake versus Paul Felder. Now, Darren Krumshake has a lot of rabid fans, and they will fuck you up if you get his name wrong. The Detroit superstar is a badass. I never miss any of his fights. Now, he hasn't looked the greatest in his past couple fights, actually dropping a few. Same with Paul Felder, although Paul Felder was fighting Edson Barboza. So in this fight, I think I'm going to go with Paul Felder, even though I am a Darren Krumshake fan. Smart money, in my opinion, is on Paul Felder. Now, another fight worth mentioning is Latifi versus Sean O'Connell. Latifi looked like a fucking monster in his last fight, winning by KO. Short fight. So I would say safe bet is on that. Sean O'Connell, haven't really heard a whole lot about him. It doesn't ring a bell when I think about his name, so I'm not really too up on Sean O'Connell. Next one is Maximo Blanco versus Luke Saunders. In this one, I do like Maximo Blanco. Tough veteran from Brazil. Looked good in some of his fights coming up. Very exciting, so I would put my money on him. This card is stacked, by the way, if you haven't fucking noticed. Tim Boetsch versus Ed Herman. Next one worth mentioning. Tim Boetsch got starched by Dan Henderson in his last fight. Ed Herman has not looked the same since getting his ass whooped by Jacques Ray in Strikeforce when he went over there to do that. That was a tall task for anyone. Everyone thought Strikeforce fighters, basically suck dick, but come to find out, they're fucking champions. So he got a shit into that stick. So short fuse. I don't think he'll beat Boetsch. Boetsch just seems more well-rounded. Probably can wrestle fuck him and beat him up a little bit. So I'm gonna go with Boetsch on that one. Next one worth mentioning: Patrick Cote versus Ben Saunders. Now in this fight here, I like me some Killer B. He did lose his last fight, if I remember correctly. Patrick Cote, I believe, won his last fight in Canada. I don't have the stats in front of me. Just off the top of my head, I think this is going to be one of the most underrated and even match fights of the card. You could basically flip a coin, I think, with submissions as well as strikes, elbows. You have to go with Killer B Saunders. Next one up, Ross Pearson versus Francisco Trinaldo. Ross Pearson's been up and down. Ever since losing that one to Diego Sanchez, which was a fucking robbery. My opinion, Ross Pearson won that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take him in this fight too as well. Heading up the card, getting close to the top. You got Travis Brown versus Matt the Meathead Mitrione. Now, Travis Brown got knocked out by Orlovsky. Travis Brown hasn't looked that great in the past couple of his fights. He usually takes a pretty decent beating. He was able to early the storm with overeem and get the knockout. But I think Mitrione, he's pretty crisp. Mitrione did get caught in his last fight, but I think he's a little bit more well-rounded, big-ass dude too. My money's on the meathead. Next fight up is Eddie Alvarez versus Anthony Pettis. Both these guys are stand-up strikers. Eddie Alvarez has a little bit of background in wrestling, so I think he could mix it up if he was smart. He would try. And listening to Eddie Alvarez, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on upstairs. I think Anthony Pettis is just too smart, too crafty, and most likely will whip that ass. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Anthony Pettis on that fight, which brings us to our main event. And like I said, this card is stacked. It's on Fox for free. If you miss it, go fuck yourself. 195 people were paying for that UFC 195 on pay-per-view. And you got this killer-ass card for free. Should do some numbers. TJ Dillashaw versus Dominic Cruz. Now, this is a toss-up. Who knows how Dominic Cruz is going to come back. Everybody says TJ copied his style from Dominic, which is partly true. Dominic obviously just verbally beat the shit out of TJ on this weird fight thing with John Anik. Don't understand it, but he fucking smacked the champ around and made him his bitch verbally. I don't think he's going to be able to do it in the fight. TJ's just too young, too strong. Has good of movement, if not better, and fucking knocks people out. Dominic Cruz didn't knock people out. Dominic Cruz has been out for fucking ever. He came back and beat up fucking some Asian dude. I know his name, I just can't think of it. And then, out again for quite some time, then he's coming back. I know he's smart, I know he trains. He's a lot smarter than TJ. But, does that win him the fight when it comes down to physical abilities, endurance, being out of the sport for so long? I'm just going to have to go with TJ Dillashaw. I do like Dominic Cruz. I think TJ Dillashaw did pull a bitch move, leaving Team Alpha male, but these days it seems like Team Alpha fail, like they say. Everyone seems to be jumping ships like rats jumping off a boat, so maybe he is not to blame there. I do like me some Uriah Faber, but you know what, I think on this one, I'm going to go ahead and stick with TJ Dillashaw. So that's MAPKS.com for more picks. Stay tuned on the channel for each breakdown of each fight. This is your boy Donkey Punch, and I'm fucking out.